Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Adam Ronin here. You'll notice that the man by my side is not Boss Battle Tim, as he wanted to be here, but it is his child's birthday, so he is attending to things much more important than Fightsticks. So I will introduce you to another member of our R24 community, Boss Battle Bone. He is a longtime friend of me and Gordy and TJ Combo. Bones, hello.
What's up, everybody?
So today, the reason that Bone is here is he is very technologically adept. Inept? Adept? Adept. You're not
Hopefully
inept.
not.
So today, this is a two-part series. This is part one. We are modding the effing snot out of this TE2 here. This was sent to us by Focus Attack. This is a Brook's fighting board. Now, there's something about that we've always talked about, me and TJ Combo. The fight sticks, aside from the Kwamba sitting and the Kwamba dragon, are missing something important. Are they not, Bo?
Sure.
That would be the ability to plug in headphones. And what this does is it replaces your PCB and allows you to use headphones on any of your fight sticks of choice. So we're going to go through this. We're going to mod the hell out of it. And Bone's going to help us install this. And then we're going to test it and see how it works and kind of give you the skinny on it. And then in part two will be the art video that you've all been requesting, in which we will show you how to do your own art, replace it. I'm going to do a whole custom ball top, new buttons, all kinds of good stuff. But for now, let's get into the goods and mod. Bone.
Yes.
Okay, hello. So, first things first, when you order this, you get the board, this cable, and then this that is where your headphones go into. So obviously, right off the bat, by note, this is not going to be the easiest mod job. There's going to be a lot of customization that you have to do. So take note of that. If this is your first time modding into a stick, this may not be the first step you want to take. Bone has built, hello Bone, has built his own stick from scratch, so he's got a lot of experience here. What do you suppose, now that we've looked through this, is going to be the first step that they'll have to do to installing this? It's probably going to be removing the initial PCB, yes?
Yes.
So,
well, opening it.
Yeah. So we'll pop this open. We've already kind of done some of the preliminary unscrewing and disconnections here. Inside of here. So initially the PCB board is underneath here. This is a TE2 Plus for PlayStation 4. So we've already unscrewed all that. We've already disconnected it. Explain your process there. How difficult is that, would you say?
It's not super difficult. I mean, basically just pulling everything out.
Mm-hmm.
So, everything feeds into this cover.
Yep.
So this is easy to undo, because obviously if you want to change out buttons and stuff like that, they want that to come out easy.
Yep.
But the rest of this, all that you're not going to be messing with often, feeds through here. So I loosened this cover so that I could unhook everything from this board inside, which is usually screwed down. And then once everything's unhooked, it'll all pull through.
Boom. Cover removed.
Remove the board.
You unscrew that, right? General,
Yes.
that's the first thing.
2 screws, one in each corner here.
Yep.
And this will then come out. You're going to want everything unhooked from it. The old connection for the power, or the cable, also
Is
needs
now
to be
removed.
removed, which has 4 screws. You pull that out and the whole thing comes out, leaving just the wiring for all the buttons and such.
Okay. Boom. So now the next step is installing the new PCB, which shouldn't be too difficult. You know, before you start modding, you kind of want to think about, is it worth losing some of your functionality? So your buttons and your stick are all going to work, and that's really the key part of a stick, but you're going to lose touchpad functionality. With this particular PCB, you're going to lose LEDs probably, and we'll lose the mode select. So, you know, there are some caveats to that. The biggest thing, I think, immediately is your cable will become moot. This will no longer be active. You will then switch to, is it on here?
Yep.
This here this is your power button. So you'll have a mini USB to a full USB that will now power your stick. So keep those things in mind. If you're thinking of modding, you will lose some of your initial stock capabilities, and especially if you're doing a TE2, because as you know, Mad Cats went. All right, here we go. Brook's board going in and replacing PCB. Step 1.
A good thing to note is on the back side, it actually tells where every single pin, like what it did. So like we're gonna reuse this wiring harness for the joystick, and it actually tells what each wire is as well. Bunch number dos of grounds
Okay.
is installed.
And they're all going in smoothly.
Yeah, I mean, I took each end of the individual wires and twisted them so they wouldn't fray as much, and then kind of like just squeezed them together, and just, you know, you don't want to push too hard or it might mess it up more than it, you know, going in as far as going in and whatnot, but, you know, just kind of slowly push them in and tighten it down. You want it tight, but not too tight. Something might break off if you know, start torquing on it too hard. So since I got all, that's basically the 2 bunches for all the 8 top buttons.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and put in all the wires for those buttons as well. So all that's just done, and then I can get to work on these ones.
Sweet.
Okay.
Our grounds are in.
Our last bunch of grounds are in, so all that's left is the directions, the start, select, and home buttons.
Okay.
I'll let you know, but it's these 2 and that one.
What are you doing, Bob?
Basically this is gonna go right in here. So I just flipped it over, and then just kind of see, you need to cut out a hole big enough to fit that to that. So I just, you know, basically marked where this was actually gonna be. And you wanna mark your holes if you're gonna drill out and put screws in. So then, you know, I sketched my lines for where I need to cut out for that to slide in.
Okay. So that is the complete installation. Now, the issue at hand is, as we said before, the part for this has been removed, gone. So now you have here is a mini USB, which would then, we'll probably get a cable that strings out and comes out through the back. See how that works. And we'll do some testing.
There is a USB mini here though too that might replace that.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We're not exactly sure which this is
Just
for.
for a headset
It could be
or-
for headsets. Maybe I'm not sure if a lot of headsets use USBs, but I mean maybe. So we'll.
I mean, it would kind of make sense why there's two different wiring harnesses here, like one for the audio and stuff, and one for the replacing that. But only time will tell.
All right, so we're doing our first test with the headset. So you can see. Let me mute the TV real quick. Immediately, so this does double as power. So depending on where you install it, your power cord will be in the front, which could be bad news, but since I play casually, it's not a big deal. But it does power everything. Everything works good. Now we'll test the headset, so we'll put the headphones in right here. Boom. And I heard noises. And I have sound. So you probably, we're testing now, could also, if you wanted to run it through the back, we could go here. Lights up. Doesn't power it on though. So let's see. Because we're missing the back now. And press the PlayStation controller and we're rolling. So it works. You have power here front if you want to be convenient, or you can go traditional through the back, headphones through the front. Yeah, so there's that. Guys, it works. It's a success. And as you can see, none of that was due to my skill at putting in modifications. Like I say, I'm an art guy. You always see Boss Battle Tim takes care of the complicated stuff. And now this time, Boss Battle Bone took care of the complicated stuff. Let's say that you don't have experience being an electrician for 18 plus years. Is this a good product for somebody that is just like, Joe Blow wants to mod his stick?
Maybe. I mean, you don't have to be an electrician as long as you still can look inside of there and know what the wires are doing, and as long as you know that kind of stuff and you know you're comfortable cutting plastic.
Yeah. So we use the Dremel and stuff. There's alternate ways probably to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you could, if you're not comfortable trying to hold a Dremel tool in place and cut out plastic with it, you could always, you know, pre-drill the corners and use a small handsaw or something like that to cut it out.
Truth be told, there is no getting around. If whatever stick you use, you're going to have to cut out a piece of it to install this. So handsaw or Dremel, depending on your level of comfort. The question is a headset port worth that to you? Because you can get other Brooks boards that are just, you know, fighting boards, you know. So the main selling feature of this is the headset port with the power jack. So, you know, is it worth it? I think this retails at $64-ish on focusattack.com. So you can get it there.
If you weren't comfortable cutting out the plastic, you could leave it inside and go through the hole in the back to plug your headphones in, and it would still work that way.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, you could totally do that. So I do think it's a cool product. I was a bit iffy on the difficulty level, but once we got it installed and kind of got it going, it's super cool. So that kind of wraps up part 1 of 2 of modding the stick completely. So the next thing we're going to do is just the standard TE2 stuff. We're going to put in a whole new suite of buttons, a custom-made ball top that we're working on. It's going to be really cool. You guys will like. And then, of course, as promised, I will take you through my process of how I make Fightstick art and installation, going to Kinko's, bring it out, flirting with the Kinko's girls, all kinds of cool stuff. And I think that wraps up the video. Those are Twitters. Yes, the Bone has a Twitter, and you should follow him. Bone, play us out.
Bum 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 bum
Fightsticks.
bum 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 bum
Fightsticks.